to the channel. It is actually a couple of days before the new year that I'm filming this little segment of this video. And of course, with a new year comes new resolutions and things like that. And I'm going to be building kind of my 2021 vision board today with you guys, showing you what I want to accomplish in 2021 and how I visualize that to motivate myself to continue to work for it throughout the year. If you guys are new here, my name is Emily Harless. I am a junior at a small college in Indiana called Ball State University. I make all different sorts of content, including lifestyle content and college vlogs. Video making is actually one of my passions. It's something I'm studying in school, so if you guys could like, comment, or subscribe on this video, it would mean a lot to me, as seeing my channel continue to grow continues to inspire me to make videos. But without further ado, let's get into my New Year's resolutions, how I make them, reflect on them, and my vision board. I have mentioned before that I journal, so I just got out my journal and I'm essentially just going to write it all in here, starting on an empty brand new page. Essentially the way that I reflect is, once again, I actually write it down. You could type it if you're better at that, but I think writing it down makes it more concrete, makes you think more. Essentially what I'm doing, you can either come up with questions on your own. I like to go online and look up New Year's Eve reflection questions to make myself really think. Just personal thing. Don't want to start making my intentions for the new year without reflecting. So I'm gonna do that first. Okay, so obviously it's totally up to you guys how you guys want to journal. How long you want to journal too, obviously, but there's mine. This is my kind of 2020 little reflection. Just talked about, I like to focus a lot more on the positive things than the negative things, so I talked a lot about the positives, how obviously I started my YouTube channel in 2020, and that's kind of helped me repurpose myself and figure out what I like and my passions and things, learning what I want in relationships and how I want my relationships to be, how I finally found like I've really found my soulmate, not only in my relationship but also in a best friend relationship, and learning a ton of what I am through some very, very hard lessons. But biggest lesson and biggest thing that I'm proud of with 2020 is, despite all the craziness of the world, like, I learned who the fuck I am. That's just the ways that I kind of summarize it up, is I just like to talk about the positives, what really shaped me and my biggest accomplishments for this year. Yes, mentioning the bad things that happened to you, because you do need that to really reflect on yourself that year, but really focusing on the positives, because I believe if you focus on the positives, you're going to bring more positives into your life. So, as I mentioned, it is the 30th that you guys are seeing this clip that I did the reflection. I am going to take the rest of today and all of the 31st to just live within myself, reflect on my reflection, and really come to think of like, what do I want to do to help improve myself even more in the next year. And I will see you guys later when I'm making my vision board, and I will tell you kind of what my resolutions for the new year are and how I'm going to sort of reach them. Okay, so it is now 2021 and I'm sitting on the floor, and I apologize if I have to go get my Jimmy John's when it comes in. I got this big kind of like floating frame from Amazon. I don't remember the exact dimensions, but I'll link it down below. And in order to create my vision board, I measured everything out, and then with leaving like 1-inch margins on each side, I ended up printing out 9 4x6 photos. I do have all of the photos that I'll be using in my vision board on my Pinterest. It's literally a pin called 2021 Vision Board. I will link my Pinterest as well in the description. But I just printed out 9 different photos, all of them being tan. 2 of them are like quotes. So this one says, "Don't stop till you're proud." This one says, "What's coming better than what's gone." And they're all a very like tan kind of color scheme. Then this one I got, and obviously I threw this into Canva and just threw the 2021 on there. This will be in the center of my frame. So what I'm going to do is just arrange them how I want to. I don't have a real ruler. I have a little ruler on the edge of my like hole puncher. So I'm gonna measure things with that and then mark it with a dry erase marker. And kind of while I'm doing that, discuss why I chose each photo, what it means to me for the year, what I'm gonna think of when I look at it, and by the end, talk about my New Year's resolutions for 2021. So actually one of my resolutions, the way that I also do my resolutions and make myself keep them, first I do like a little brainstorming session. So this year with my brainstorming, I decided I wanted to like very broadly made topics where I wanted to grow my YouTube, I wanted to work out more, and I wanted to eat healthier. After I brainstorm and get the really broad topics is when I go under and I start like thinking of tasks that I could do to reach those goals and make them kind of smaller goals within a larger goal. So like for instance, growing my YouTube, I want to try to reach 1,000 subscribers. I want to try to get monetized, make sure I post at least one video a week. The other things, so once I brainstorm and like determine like the little tasks that I want to do and things, I will go and actually write out my resolutions. So I have this page that actually has 4 resolutions on it. So obviously I put little photos and things on there, but I actually write it, and instead of oh I want to do this, I write it as an I will statement. So for instance, YouTube, I said by the end of 2021, I will reach 2,000 subscribers and become monetized. I will post at least 1 video a week. For working out, I said I will work out 5 days a week with 3 days in the gym and practicing stretches on rest days. I will meal prep with meals I actually enjoy, discuss nutrition with professionals, and drink 4 glasses of water a day. And I actually added one about money because I'm trying to save up for a college. I am going into my 2nd semester of my junior year, so saving up for an apartment after college, it's kind of important at this point. So I wrote I will save money for an apartment after college, which I do have a way that I'm doing that, a budget kind of tracker thing. If you guys want to know more about it, let me know, maybe I'll talk about it in another video. But those are kind of my resolutions. Those are how I write them to make myself more motivated to keep them. So yeah. Okay, the first photo that I'm gonna be putting on my board is the quote that says, "What is coming is better than what is gone." Essentially, I chose this one just because 2020 was a very, very rough year for me, and it was for a lot of people. So I chose this one just because it makes me, you know, reminds myself to keep positive and things, and remember that this year I can make it a good one. So yeah, this is my first one. The second photo I chose that I'm going to put in the opposite corner is the "Don't Stop Until You're Proud" one. I feel like I always set goals for myself, but I feel like personally I just don't always reach them because I get tired of it, and so this was just to kind of help motivate me to continue going forward. My next photo is of like just a very healthy looking smoothie bowl, just because I think seeing it will help me motivate to continue to eat healthier. And I love smoothie bowls. I usually get them all the time. They make me feel really good. So this is one of those things that I know is healthy and is something that I like. So for another one that kind of goes along with my resolutions, I have this one that is of weights. It's actually a very aesthetically pleasing one. It's basically just this girl getting weights out of like grass or clovers or whatever, and they're marble weights. Very just aesthetically pleasing looking, but obviously looking at that will motivate me to try to work out more. The next one I chose is another one that kind of has to deal with my resolutions. I have a subscriber plaque from MHD Design on YouTube. I don't know who that is, but they had a very aesthetically pleasing photo on Pinterest. But it's just a subscriber plaque. It's something I can look at that will just motivate me, like, hey, like I want one of those in the future. Yeah, let's work hard on my YouTube. So that's why I chose that one. Next are things that aren't really related to any of my resolutions, but I just think are things that I want to try to work on a little bit more. I have talked to you guys multiple times about how I want to really try to define and find my style. So I've got a little photo of some dresses and things on there just to continue to motivate me to keep looking forward to finding my style. Next, I am very much a workaholic and I love to study and get good grades. So this one is actually just like, it's kind of like a dark academia picture, but it's just a picture of somebody's laptop and stuff like on a table at their university, just kind of motivating me to really work hard for my grades and work hard throughout this semester. I'm taking on a lot of tasks this semester and definitely need to be organized for them. We'll be doing a video on that next week, so stay tuned. But yeah, that's what this is for. The last one I have, I guess you could say it has to do with money, but I've always been like very passionate about travel. So I actually have a picture of New York in Central Park. New York has always been one of my favorite cities. I went there twice my senior year of high school and I've yet to go back, and I desperately, desperately want to. So if anyone wants to fund a trip to New York, let a girl know. I will happily take it. But yeah, so this is kind of just motivating me to continue reaching my goals so I can, and of course, save money for an apartment, because I would love to live in New York after college. It also motivates me to just work hard in general, because if I want to have a lifestyle like a New York lifestyle, I need to work hard because it's not super affordable. Okay, so as you can see, I have arranged it so they all kind of have the same sort of gaps and whatnot in between them. This one's already like taped down. So I'm just gonna take a small piece of tape on every single one of them and just kind of tape them where I think they should go, row by row. So she's done. Now the thing is to hang her up. So I essentially, this little like blank corner that I have over here, I want to put it up over here because it's just blank, but I need to determine, do I want it here or do I want it here? Okay. It has been determined that we're going back here. Okay, so it is done. It is up. It is hanging. I'm sorry if you hear people in the background. My roommate has people over. I am overall very excited with how it turned out. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Kind of matches the tan aesthetic that I'm going for with my clothing and really portrays a lot of the things that I want for this year. So yeah, I hope you guys liked kind of making it with me, kind of seeing how I make resolutions that really work for me and work to motivate me to do them throughout the year. If you guys did like it, make sure you hit the like button down below. Comment, what are your guys' New Year's resolutions? I love to see what everyone else, you know, makes for themselves to try to motivate themselves as well, and the statements that you guys make for each other and the goals that you create for yourselves throughout the year. Love to talk about that stuff. If you like me and want to get to know more about me, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell down below. I post videos every single Friday at noon, and I will see you guys next week.